Hi folks, and welcome to my third story, all about the nature that you can find in the South Downs National Park for Discover Your National Parks Week. This story takes us to back gardens and green spaces all around where you might find ladybirds. Ladybirds come in all sorts of different colours with different spots on them. Now, her story is a little bit like the story of Little Red Riding Hood. She does have a little red cloak, doesn't she? You say that there is a wolf in Little Red Riding Hood, isn't there? There's a wolf in your garden too. Now, don't worry, it's not a big hairy wolf that howls at the moon. Oh, no, not one of those. No, it's a wolf spider. Now, wolf spiders, they like to lie in the cracks of walls and they make a wonderful little web. There's one in my garden and, well, the insects know that they shouldn't get too close because there's no escape from that web and it's a very hungry little wolf spider that's in there. Now, one day, the little ladybird, she is climbing up the wall in my garden. She's climbing all the way up that wall because at the very top of that wall is the woodlouse family. Unfortunately, the little baby woodlouse, he's not very well, and little ladybird, she knows how to help him. She's taken some elderflower rob to him, which will help him with his cold. So she's on her way up the wall. She has to walk past the wolf spider's web, and she does so very, very carefully, but wolf spider, he doesn't miss a trick and he comes rushing out and he tries to grab little ladybird and she says, no, please, I have a very important task to do. What's that? Why on earth should I let you past? Said the wolf spider. I would like my lunch. Ladybird says, but please, the littlest woodlouse is really very, very poorly and I need to take him some elderflower rob to help him make him feel better. I just need to go just to the top of the wall. Ah, said the wolf spider, grinning from hairy leg to hairy leg, he did. Because now a wolf spider knew where the woodlouse lived and all of those little babies, and he knew he would get a really tasty lunch. Okay, Ladybird, he said, on your way. I can see that it is a very important job that you have to do. So off up the wall went the little ladybird. Now the wolf spider, he scurried around the ivy and through the jasmine and up he went up the wall, and he managed to get there before the ladybird. He burst into the little woodlouse house and all the little woodlice, they scattered every which way they could. All over the place they did, and there was many of them that were gobbled up by the naughty old wolf spider. He ate so many that he had to have a lie down and a sleep on the little woodlouse bed, so that when the ladybird came in, when she came into the house and she saw all the woodlice had scattered and there was this enormous wolf spider with his stomach wriggling and piggling with all the tiny little woodlice he'd just eaten, because, listener, you'll be pleased to know he was so greedy that he ate all those woodlouse whole, so they were still alive. Little ladybird knew this. So she went and got a little bramble thorn and she very, very carefully cut open the little wolf spider's tummy, and out came all the little wriggly woodlouse and they all ran away, and oh, they were very, very pleased and grateful to Ladybird for rescuing them. She then stitched him up very, very carefully so that he would not know any different. She then scurried off too. Eventually, the wolf spider did wake up and he had quite an interesting sensation in his stomach. It was quite itchy and he couldn't stop scratching it because the little ladybird had been very clever and she'd put a lot of nettles in his tummy before stitching him up. That would teach him a lesson, she thought. And well, indeed, the little wolf spider did learn his lesson, and he went off back home and he went back into his little crack in the wall and he stayed there and waited for the next bug to come passing for his meal. And he learned his lesson. He stayed away from ladybirds and woodlice. But then again, the ladybird learned her lesson as well, because you have to be careful who you speak to and who you tell him where you're going, don't you? I hope you enjoyed that story. It's a little bit of a mashup of Little Red Riding Hood and The Wolf and the Seven Little Kids. You can find that story in my book, Adventures in Nature, and there are 3 chances to win that book as part of Discover Your National Parks Week with the South Downs National Park. We'll put all the details for that underneath this video. And also you can go and find some more resources to help you discover your national park on our website. Like I say, all those details will be down below this video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.